Hello, this is Malorian, and now this will be 2,000 points of my Orcs against some Dwarves. So for this one we got Watchtower, and my opponent is going to be starting inside the Watchtower. From left to right I have the Savage Orc Biggins with the level 4, I got the 2 Trolls, the Black Orcs with my War Boss there, behind them the Bunker with the BSB, and then my Squig Herd on the far right. Inside the Watchtower, my opponent has some Quarrelers with great weapons. On the left, that's a big thing of Hammerers, and in there I think that's where he has both his BSB and his Rune Smith. He has 2 Grudge Throwers, he has an Organ Gun, a Cannon, and then some Warriors with great weapons on the far right. So really, I'm very happy with this setup. My Black Orcs have the Flaming Banner, so when I charge in, I should be just devastating those Quarrelers. I got the placements that I want so that even though Dwarves have hatred against greenskins, Squigs are not greenskins. So having the guys, my Squig Herd, fight the Warriors on the right is perfect. On the left, that's going to be a harder fight, but since he's not in Horde formation, it's going to be in my favor. And then I plan to have the Trolls to go and rush his war machines. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. And this is kind of a close-up of one of his units. These are all really old dwarves, and this is one of the best things about classic dwarf models, is that whereas some of the other classic models are kind of monopose and boring, the old dwarves are really nice. And I've actually faced this guy once before at an Onslaught tournament, and it's good to be facing him again. So I got first turn, my Bunker fails Animosity and is going to be stuck back there. Otherwise, my Black Orcs tried charging in, failed the charge, and he shot down 6 of my guys, or was that 5 of my guys? So that's pretty deadly for getting nothing done. Otherwise, you can see everything's in position to do their stuff next turn. And I believe I would have tried to 6 dice the Foot of Gork this turn, but it got shut down. His turn then, his Hammer is going to Horde formation, which has me really worried, because of course now they're going to be just dishing out the pain, and even though my Savage Orc Biggins are the best I have, they might not be enough, and of course with him being in that defended position, I'm also -1 to hit him, so that really doesn't help at all. One thing that does really help is that his war machines were crap. Scattering off, misfiring, he really did pretty much nothing. So his cannon did hit my troll, rolled a 1 to wound. It was just stuff like that. The only thing that did work out for him is that his Quarrelers killed another 5 Black Orcs. Alright, so now we're on to my turn 2, and now I start getting some damage done. My Black Orcs go into the Quarrelers in the Watchtower. I kill 15 of them. As you can see from there, between stand and shoot and his attacks back, I actually lost a lot of Black Orcs. So that was a little bit painful. Otherwise, I got my Squig Herd racing into combat on the right. On the left, I'm just kind of setting up so that at this point, I didn't really know what to do, whether I'd be charging in or not. If he charges me and there's not that wall bonus, that'd be great. But then I had Foot of Gork go off, really smash his Hammerers, kill a whole bunch of his Warriors on the right as well, and that really changed things. So now I think I might actually gamble going in there. Both my Trolls made the charge into his Organ Gun, destroyed it, and overran. And now this is something where they really should probably be into the cannon behind, but, you know, the one Troll didn't go far enough. The other one touched the round circle and his crew, which I think should count. But overall, I didn't really care, because the cannon's not going to play a big part of this game. On to his turn 2 now. Yeah, not very good whatsoever. His cannon tries to grape shot me. It does 1 wound to me, I think it was. No, that was already there. It does nothing to me. So cannon does nothing. Grudge Throwers misfire or scatter again, doing nothing. Of course, his Quarrelers probably killed a few of me, but that's really it. So he's having horrible luck with his war machines. My turn 3, and now I'm really getting into the meat of the combat. And in this one over here, I really thought that maybe I should wait and just try and Foot of Gork his Hammers a little bit more, just because I know they're really scary. Because remember, with Hatred, they're going to be 3+ re-rolled to hit, 2+ to kill. I mean, I got my ward save, but it could be a lot of ward saves to be made. And meanwhile, when I'm attacking him, I'm only hitting on a 5+ because of this wall. Inside here, though, I'm going to have a challenge between my Shaman and his BSB, and to me, I think that's a great thing, because with my weapon skill 10, I'll be shutting him down. And this is what it looks like when everything's done. So of course my two trolls fail their stupidity. They're not doing anything. I go into the watchtower. I now clear it out. In my magic phase, I can't remember if Foot of Gork did anything. I don't think so. I think all I got done is I used Hand of Gork to get my BSB up into range there. I have my Squig Herd go into his guys on the right. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty deadly. I'm going before him, and it's just 4 plus, 3 plus, and going through all of his armor. So this round, it's just kind of like a big chunk out of both of us, and after this, he should be really done next turn. Same thing on the left side. I mean, look at all those hammers which are dead now, just because even though I'm hitting on 5s, I have so many attacks. So really, I'm just all locked in combat here, and it's not looking good for the dwarves. His turn 3 then, and he does kill one troll with Grape Shot, but otherwise all he really gets done with his War Machines is one scatters off the Night Goblins and actually goes into my Squig Herd and kills some of them. It helps out. But as you see here on the left, I kill all the Hammerers. He's not stubborn, so I run them down. And on the other side, I beat up his warriors and run them down. So it's just cleanup now. And my turn 4, I just charge into the War Machines and destroy them, and that's even with my bunker. My bunker goes into the cannon, and especially with my BSB there, just beat it up and destroy it. So, victory to the Orcs, and I guess some of the things to take away from this are threefold. One, this really just showed the pure aggression and combat power of Orcs. With all the hordes, all the attacks, once they got into combat, they just ripped things up. Of course, it also shows the power of the magic phase, where that Foot of Gork was just destroying those units and taking half of them away. I mean, the Hammers lost so many from Foot of Gork. The other thing, though, is that this wasn't a completely fair fight, because really he had 2 turns where his War Machines did nothing. And really, if you just would have thought of one Grudge Thrower, I think one was Strength 4, one was Strength 5, but if just one of those landed in the middle of my Squig Herd, that would have just changed those numbers over there completely. So yeah, I got pretty lucky here, but of course coming off my loss from the first game, this really helps my numbers, and I'm right back into it now with a massacre with pretty much a wipeout.